my head together and yeah, click go live when it's 7 o'clock instead of like looking at my new paper pumpkin box. We need to focus, Bertram, focus. Yeah, why start now, right? Hello, my friends. Hello. It is me, Tamara Bertram, coming to you from Edmonton, Alberta, Canada. You're on Tamara's Paper Trail, and this is generally Mystery Card Monday, but tonight it is Let Me Show You How. And we'll see how I get on with this, because if you've been watching me for a few years, you will know I don't do watercoloring. I don't care for watercolor. You know, last week was a bit of a gong show, right? It was a little painful to do. It was a little painful to watch. It was a lot painful to rewatch. So I thought, hey, let's keep that going, and let's do what I generally fail at, which is watercoloring. But I made a really pretty card last week, and you guys said, oh my gosh, that's beautiful. Show us how, show us how. I'm like, okay. Do I remember how I did it? I don't know. Is it ever going to look the same twice? No, because it's watercoloring, right? But anyway, we'll figure it out together. We'll just go with it. We'll go with it. Ooh, hello. Getting ready to watch the Oilers. Wendy, I understand. If you got to go, I know. I don't know what's more entertaining, me or the Oilers. I don't know. Discuss. Hey, Kathy. Kathy will let us know when it's time to go for the Oilers. Yeah, okay, I can see a little bit. Yeah. Hey, Lena, hello. Sonia's in the head. Look at all the people who are here. Thank you for popping in. Everybody who's in on YouTube, thank you. Hello, Melanie. Hello. Charlene is in Missouri. Hi, friend. And Darby, you're out, I want to say out east. Is that right, Darby? Or in the U.S. No, you're in Canada, aren't you, Darby? Oh, I'm sorry, I forget now. I'm sorry. I'm awful. Kathy's in the house. Trina, hello. Susan and Penny and Lena. Okay, well, I'm not gonna ramble on too long with the preamble, other than to say I hope you had a really good Easter. I didn't think I'd ever eat again. Honest to God. I was at the dinner table last night and went to sneeze, and I could not sneeze because I was so full that I went and my stomach couldn't expand anymore to, like, it stifled the sneeze like twice because I was that full. There's no room for more air. Okay, Brownfield, Alberta. Okay, that's the one that's like, I want to say southeast of, down that way, right? We had this conversation. I said, I won't remember that in 5 minutes, right? I remember that. I just don't know where Brownfield is, but it's like southeast. Isn't that what you said? I listen. I just don't retain. Anyway, yeah, so I was extremely full. Not because of the turkey dinner, because of the brie. Okay, I admit it. I have a cheese problem. And Alicia wanted to like brie. And I'm like, don't buy the brie. Don't buy the brie because I will eat all the brie, right? The Costco wheel of brie. It's so cheap at Costco. So it's like 8, 9, 10, Southeast. Okay. All right, I'll try to remember, Darby, but anywho, we're at Costco and I'm like, well, if you buy it, I'll like eat almost half of it. And then we got the fig jam. And yeah, I probably ate a third of it. My body's not a temple. Anyway, I was a little concerned that I wouldn't poop for a week, but I'm okay in that regard. Thank you for asking. Overshare. I know. Anyway, it was lovely. We went over, we were at Mom's, the big full turkey dinner. My brother's in town. So there was my 4, Mom, my brother, Rebecca's boyfriend, and his mother. So if those two got married, then she would be my mother-in-law. I'm like, oh, interesting. It was lovely. We saw so many rabbits this weekend, and a lot of rabbits out. And I guess that's appropriate because it was Easter. Okay, thank you, Darby. All right, I think I should just call it quits before it all goes, which this very well could do. A couple things I just want to highlight because, oh my gosh, I was calm. I was like, we're gonna do this watercolor. I'll be like, what's his name with the hair? With the happy little trees. Bob Ross. I was going to be like Bob Ross. We were just going to watercolor calmly. And then I find out at like 2 o'clock that there's a free shipping promotion. So then my head almost exploded because now it is go time, people. Go time. If you've watched me before, you know that when there's free shipping, Tamara tends to have a BOGO event. Yeah, I've been waiting. I was like, please have free shipping in April. I was pretty sure they would, and they did. So they came through for me. So, I have so much to do. Well, actually, yeah. I thought it was coming. So I did prepare. Oh, you dare not ask, Melanie. You dare not ask. Reynolds. Well, okay, we'll get to that. You know I will. Like me not talk. Come on. So Wednesday, you want to come here at 6:30 p.m. Mountain Time, because I will be having my BOGO sale. And if you've watched before, you know how that works. I go live here at 6:30 and I say Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Cindy, bad demonstrator. Cindy, free shipping Wednesday, Thursday, Friday for orders of $100 or more. So what happens is you're going to order $100 worth of stuff from me, and I'm going to give you my stuff, my retired stuff for free, okay, of equal value. So I'll say, hey, this stamp set is free when you place an order of $35. And then you say, okay, I'll take that. And hopefully you're going to get up to $100 worth, because then everything that comes from Stampin' Up! Is going to be free shipping from you. I pay the first $10 to get this to you, and you get my stuff for free. Now, there's a lot of stuff that what I have, it's now discontinued. Like, hello, like the discontinued stuff from the mini, some Christmassy sets that are no longer available. There's not a lot. I only have one box. You guys cleaned me out, my last BOGO. You guys were out of control. So I'm hoping that's the same. Now, I just want to make sure that you know that there's a caveat. The order does have to be placed in April. Okay, I've got some quotas that I'm way off of. So I know a lot of you shop with me and you'll say, well, I already have everything I need. Can I order in May when the new catalog starts? In this case, no, I'm sorry. You have to place the order in April. And the free shipping is only this Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, okay, for an order of $100 or more. So I'm not even saying it's retired stuff, because there's one or two things there that the stamp set you can still get in our store online, but you can't get the dies. So I'm selling the bundle. Now they say you're not allowed to sell the, I take that back. I'm not selling the bundle. I'm giving away the bundle, because we can't sell the bundle because it's still current product. The way around it is you have to place an order and then I give it to you for free. So that's how it works. It has to happen in April. It doesn't have to happen Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, but if you're smart, you'll stack the deals. You'll get all the paper, all the card stock, because our prices are going up like 20% in May. So what you should do is come here, pick out $100 worth of stuff, of my stuff, and then place like $100 paper order. And then you get my stuff for free. Paper doesn't go bad. You can buy paper. It'll store. Just keep it. Anyway, okay, I'm missing all your comments only because I got lots to go through here. Yeah, Renos, they're good. They're coming along. It was nice to have no banging for 3 days. I'm not going to lie about that. Okay, so the other thing that just before I heard that there was free shipping is I just finished off my last card for my May class. Look at all this stuff. Okay, BOGO Wednesday. Free shipping Wednesday to Friday. Oh, this was Sharpie. Okay, so yeah, I don't know where I put my eraser, so we're just gonna go. Okay, BOGO Wednesday. Okay, that's Sharpie, so that's not going anywhere. So I changed gears. I was gonna do my class in May was going to be something called Impressions a Bloom, and I made some cute cards with them. I did. I made some good cards. Here's a cute card with Impressions of Bloom. Look at this. This was a fun. Look, there's even a magnet involved. This one, actually, it wouldn't have been in the class because it was way too much work. Cute. This one, a little bit embossing. This is actually the new Secret C. Cute. Oh, I can't show you that one. And then, oh, and this one. I love this one too. Cute. I thought, you know what? No. I started playing with this other set, which is called Sweet Blooms. And then I just went to town on the cards, and I love the cards. Card number 1 was just so easy, but so lovely. You know me, I love my black and white, right? So this is the first card. Love it. Love it. Look, just sit here and stare at it for days. We don't have that kind of time. I'm missing a card. Where's the other card? This is the one that I just finished, and I freaking love this card too. Where's the other card? I don't even remember what the other card looks like. What does it look like? Oh, this one. Is it here? Hang on. Oh, here it is. It fell over. This one. So pretty. So pretty. Have a lovely day. And then this one I made this afternoon, and I'm just in love with this card because it is just so sweet, and it's appropriate that it's called Sweet Blooms. I love it. So just quickly, it's a virtual class. This is an upcoming online exclusive. I can't order them for people until the 6th of May. If you're a demonstrator, you may have already gotten this on the pre-order. So I have options for you. If you want the bundle, which is the stamp set and the dies, which here are some of the dies. Like I was out of control. Look at all the die cutting. Look at all the stuff I was losing my mind with this. It's fabulous. So you get the dies and the stamp set and the class. It is $90 for porch pickup. Add $10 if you're long distance. You can get just the class, so I mail you the pieces and the class and the replay, $40, or you can get the PDF. In Canada, it's $25 if you e-transfer me. International, so US, UK, Australia, you guys, it's 27 Canadian. I'll send you a PayPal invoice, and it's only 27 because they charge me like $2 for using their services. So it's $25. And if you've been watching, you'll know that whenever I get orders for a PDF, that money actually gets rolled into kits, and that's donated to charity. I don't even keep that money. That $25 right into kits, and I donate those to Santa's Anonymous. So that's what's going on there. Now tomorrow, if there are any of these refills available, great. Scoop them. This is a gorgeous kit. I just got one. I've got 3 more coming. So if you want the full kit, I can hook you up with that. I don't even know what the price is. It'll be $36.75 times 1.05 plus shipping. I don't know what that comes out to. Anyway, I do have 3 more kits coming, the full kits. Generally, if there are refills, they were $15.75. I'm not sure if that's the price, but I won't know until tomorrow. But they're really pretty cards. They've got the gold foiling, the alcohol ink kind of look, and we've got gold, like the hugs. These pieces are popped up, die cut and popped up. And then there are also you stamp on this. It's berry burst is the color. So here they've got the die cut shape, and then you stamp like thinking of you or congratulations or hugs. And that's in berry burst. So cute stamp set, thinking of you. Anyway, I've got 3 of those coming. If you're interested, pop it into the comments and let me know. I can hook you up. I don't know what the price is. Like I say, $36.75 times 1.05 plus $6 for. Okay, yeah, you bet, Melanie. I've got one. Yeah, hi, Julie. Hello, my chirpy little friend. Hi, everybody say hi to Julie. Julie has like the most beautiful eyes. You gotta meet Julie in person. She's my quilting friend, Chirpy, right? My quilting card making friend. Anyway, I digress. So that's that. Let's settle down and see if I can wrap my head around watercoloring, because you guys, this is not my forte. Let me tell you that. You know, you've watched me before. You've seen me struggle with watercoloring. Not a fan. I don't do it well. But this one turned out really well. So I'll try again. Okay, Lena. Oh, and Sharon. Okay, so Sharon, Lena, and Melanie. You guys, I've got kits for you then. Okay, I'll just figure out the price and let you know at some point. At some point, you guys. Okay, let's get into my Bob Ross head, and we're going to talk watercoloring. This could be interesting. Donna Browson, are you in the house? Donna is my watercoloring guru. Okay, I wrote this down 4 1/4 by, where's my head here? Let's move. There, 4 1/4 by 2.5. There you go. There's another quilter, a few quilters. Oh, Jennifer, our mutual friend Lori gave me the most adorable Grinch quilt she made. Oh, that's nice, Jennifer. Nice, yes. Very nice. Okay, let me go. There we go. So the pieces I'm going to use, that does say, okay, well, anyway, so it's by 2.5. There, 4 1/4 by 2.5. Are the size, that's the size of the, usually the softer colors are easy. I don't know, Melanie. We'll see. I'll try to make a few mistakes. Yeah, I'll try. Yeah, let's see if I can do that. Watercoloring. I'm going to use my watercolor paper. So, full disclosure, I saw a card, if you're a demonstrator, and if you can access images, like the recipe of what products are used in our catalog. And when I was flipping through, what I do when I start with a stamp set, like I was looking into the Inspiration of Bloom stamp set. So let me show you that one. The Inspiration of Bloom was what I was going to do. And so I was looking for some inspiration. So I went to the recipe in the website. So if you're a demonstrator, you can go into customer manager. No, business resources, print lab. And in the print lab, you visit the print lab, and if you scroll to the left-hand side, it'll show you recipes for all of our catalogs. Okay. Well, Bev, it was the paper pumpkin kit, but I don't have any left. So you missed out. See, this is what happens when you're tardy. Anyway, I went to the recipe for this card that looked kind of like, well, it didn't look like this, but it was beautiful. And I was trying to recreate it. And this is what I ended up with in the end. So if, like I say, if you're a demonstrator, check out the recipes. So if you're flipping through our catalog, like I can't show you our new catalog, but our old catalog, let's just say you're flipping through and you say, holy cow, I love this card. You go to the recipes and you find page 34 in the recipes, and it'll tell you what paper, what inks, what technique. It doesn't tell you dimensions, but it gives you enough that you can figure out what's going on. Okay. Oh, excellent, Bev. Good. So that's what started this little rodeo for me. And this is what I end up with. It was super, super sweet. This is the first one. Do you see a difference? So I tried to do what I thought needed to be done, and I went, bleh, that's not okay. And I realized it was way too intense, and I wanted it really a lot lighter. So I did some Stampin' Off, and I learned a few things. So I wanted to try a few others. So I thought, well, let's try black and gray and white. And again, I learned a few things, but now I'm a little scared about tonight. I'm not going to lie. Like this could really go badly, but I'm going to try to recreate this. Okay. So I realize that when it comes to this, you need enough ink that it's going to bleed. So if you do what we call stamping off, if you stamp off and you take a lot of that excess ink off your stamp, it's not going to bleed because there's nothing to bleed. And that's what happened here is I stamped it off and there was really nothing left to bleed. So it's kind of a fine balance, is what I'm thinking. And we'll see how this goes. So I've got a few tools. I brought out my glass mat this time because this is the perfect technique to use our glass mat on, because it's glass, it's flat. We've got this little thing that can hold some water. I've got my water painter. These, I don't know if there's any left. They're the manufacturer the supplier that we use aren't going to make these anymore. So we have to find a new supplier. So I think they were low inventory. If they're gone, we don't offer these right now, but we've got some old ones. You could use a paintbrush. Like there's different options. I also have a spray bottle that I got from the dollar store, just in the plant section. And we're using our Fluid 100 watercolor paper. So that's what I'm using. Now this is kind of hard when you do a class because these are odd shapes. Like this is, what size? Or an odd size. So this is like 7 by 5, which is an odd shape. So I settled on, let's cut it into 4 1/4 by 2 1/2. And so you don't get a ton of them. You only get, how many pieces do you get? They're 5 by 7. You get 10 of them. So to have a class, like you want to be fairly frugal in this. Like it's not cheap. Paper's not cheap. It's good quality. So I'm going to cut it down to 4 1/4 by 2 1/2. So I'm going to cut it 4 1/4 this way. And then it's going to be just half, 2 1/2. We'll cut that right in half. And then this piece, we can cut it 2 1/2. And 4 1/4. So that way you can get 3 pieces in a sheet. Okay, so just know that if you're having a class, you need to be smart and use weird sizes, okay? The bolder colored, Tracy, you don't like that. Really? And this is where the problem lies. It is all subjective. It really is. I don't like this. I don't like this at all. Like it was in the trash. I went, oh no, I should show it just to show what can happen. The reason I don't like watercolor is because I don't have enough control of the results, and I'm too uptight to just let things be organic. It's just not, I just want to control how the outlook looks. I just want to control everything. Okay, I'll just call myself a control freak, okay? So you can put some water in here. There are a few things that you can do with your watercolor paper. You can spritz it first, get it a little bit damp, and then when you stamp on it, it will bleed. So we might try that. Let's try that. Really? Well, you guys, yes, Trina. Oh my God, yes. I throw away. You can't even imagine what I throw. If I didn't throw some things away, I would be buried alive in my own garbage. Like, it's bad enough. Look at this. Like, this is just like half of this will probably have to end up in the trash at some point because, oh my God. See, I'm all keyed up now. Okay, we're gonna try a few things. I'm gonna bring in the Impressions of Bloom. See, I just cleaned all this up. Why would I have cleaned it up? All right, look at these dies. These are fabulous. Like, this was going to be my class, and I couldn't do it because I'd be die cutting for 9 hours. Like, did you see that card? There was a lot of pieces to it. Okay, so what I settled on here, the card in the print lab, they used a darker one for the outline. Wow. Okay, you guys. Well, I could put this on some cardstock and mail it to y'all because I think it looks muddy and icky. I don't like it at all. We'll try some things, okay? So this one I had used, according to the recipe, it was Calypso Coral and Flirty Flamingo. So they used the inside, the lines would be the darker Calypso, and then the outline would be the lighter Flamingo. And it even said in the recipe, you stamp off the Flamingo. And then it said there was Berry Burst and there is Old Olive. So do a draw for the card. Well, son of a biscuit. You guys are blowing my mind because I like literally can't even. Okay, so I want to try a few different ways. I want to wet the paper first and then stamp on it and watch it bleed. And then I'm going to stamp on it and then spray it and watch it bleed. So now that I've put this away twice, I'll focus for a minute. So I used for this one, I'll see if I can recreate this. I don't know. I used this big detailed stamp. And I used the littler. Oh, okay. Well, that's all right because we're playing with water. That's one way to do the watercoloring as well. All right. It's going to be that kind of a night, is it? Okay, Bob Ross. Inner happy little trees. Okay. And then I'm going to use this guy too. So this one. And this one, and then I'm also going to do the leafy outline. So these are all the detailed ones, and I might come in and bring some of the other ones. Wow, you guys, okay, you're blowing my mind, Okay, so let's see if I can recreate. Yeah, let's just go like this because I'm not quite ready for that yet. Let's see if I can recreate what I did here, which is the softer look, which is me, soft and quiet. I'll just watch it bleed. Okay. All right, MJ. So what I found here is when I went in with the Calypso, it was too dark for my liking. So I'm just going to go in with the Flirty Flamingo with this big guy. Now, I guess I've got I can just practice, I guess. I'm nervous, you guys. This is so not my, so out of my. I'm going to stamp and see how dark this is. That's pretty dark. Second generation, that's pretty light. I need something in between. So I wonder if it's going to, if I stamp on the glass, maybe it won't take off quite as much ink. And am I using, this is Flirty Flamingo? This is Flirty Flamingo. So let's see, actually, I'll check on my paper how dark it is now. Okay, look, see, that's a nice medium. So if I stamp off on my glass, it takes off not as much ink as if I stamp off on the paper. So just learned something new today. So we're going to stamp off on the glass, and then I'm going to go here because you want enough ink that it's going to bleed. All right, now, so far so good. Happy little petals. Okay, now I'm going to come in with this guy. So I'm still doing it with the Flirty Flamingo. I will stamp off, and I'll stamp down here. Okay, so far so good. I'm going to close that up so I don't stick something in it. Then I'm going to come in with my Berry Burst. Now this one's pretty intense. I used a brush once and don't need that. Didn't need them. I know. We lie a lot, right? Well, see, Jennifer, some people love watercoloring. I use them occasionally. I use them more to get my embossing powder off of my, like when I'm embossing, I use it more for that than anything else. Okay. So Berry Burst is pretty intense. So I'm just going to stamp off. Oh, like that is intense. I'll try an intense one for you intense people. I'll do it again here. Maybe this one I'll just try a second generation. I don't know. Okay, I'm trying not to control every little thing, but oh Lord, okay. Then I'm going to come in. This is what I found very odd. Look at the difference in the color. This is all just Old Olive, but it's spritzed really differently. So we'll just put some leaves in. What I did find with this particular stamp set is with the photopolymer and this really detailed imagery that they've got here, is you really want to rock it. Well, you want to make sure that you apply a firm pressure. A lot of times I would kind of get a half image, like do I have any scrap? Like I wouldn't press down all the way and then I'd like miss half the leaf. So I'm trying to be very careful to stamp the entire image firmly. Okay, and then we'll do one down here. Again, the nice thing about the glass mat is, you know, you go onto the glass and it's no big deal. Okay, so here's what we've stamped. We can go in. Makes me so stressed. I'm gonna go on here and try to control get my water not all over my desk. Okay. Here we go. Oh, hi Jenny. Happy Easter. Yes. All right. So I'm gonna go up from a great height. Like you can see in my little circle up here, I'm way up here by my forehead. And I'm gonna spritz it down and see what happens. Just one little shot. No, 2 shots because I'm way, okay, I'm out of, see I hit over here. I can't, a little bit more. I can see where I'm hitting. So I don't want to saturate it. Okay, now that's about, you can see what's going on here. It's getting pretty intense. Some of it's bleeding. And then you can keep zapping it. You could just go crazy. You could spray it some more. You could just leave it alone. You could tilt it and watch it run, kind of help it run a little bit. If you spray it too much, it's okay. You can take a Kleenex or a paper towel and you can dab some off. You can soak some up. You can, I mean, you can do whatever you like. Now I'm going to zap it a little bit more. And now it's all over my desk. And it's really wet. So now it's running for the hills. Look at what's going on down here. See what's going on down here? So I'm going to just soak some of that up. And what I was doing is I was just taking my stylus and I was holding it down so that it didn't buckle like it was doing, so that it didn't all pool down at the bottom. I'm just kind of holding it flat. You can see what's going on. It's running for the hills over there. And you could just leave it. It's pretty intense. You can squiggle it around a bit. And soak up some. I don't like it all at the bottom. So that's kind of neat. And then you could just leave it and come back in an hour. You can, if you love it, it's like, oh my God, that's it. That's perfect. You can grab your heat gun and you can kind of set it in place. If you're saying, okay, that's good. Don't bleed over here anymore. Just straight down, straight up. And then that's not going to run anymore because you've taken the running water off of it. And you can just kind of dab it. And then if you think, okay, well, that's nice. Maybe I want a little bit more. You can spritz it again, but I don't think it's going to run a whole lot more because most of the running has been done. But let me see now if we now stamp on it now that it's wet. You know what? I should really have my that cloth that comes with this glass mat. Whatever that's called. If you go in now and stamp a little bit more, we can see what would happen. See if that would bleed. So let's just say I brought in my this solid image, which goes over here. Let's try this. So this is in Flirty Flamingo. And I'll stamp it off here. And let's just see if that's going to bleed at all or if what's going to happen there. It's not going to bleed because now it's not wet enough, but I could zap it. Or I could bring in my painter at this point. So I'll put a little bit of water in here. And I could just go over that spot and watch it bleed. I could just do that and wait for the result. So there's lots. I mean, you can kind of control it and not control it at the same time, if that makes sense. You can let it go crazy at the beginning and then kind of get in there a little bit, complete with cat hair. See if you can make it bleed a little more. Like, look at the difference. That's like such a different color. Okay, so that, like, it's really kind of softening there. So where's my cloth gone? Where did I put it? Here it is. So I could soak up some of that now. That's kind of neat. Okay, I don't hate that. Oh, I don't hate that at all. Look at that. So maybe you want to go in with some more of the berry burst. Maybe not. This one I kind of wouldn't mind having a little bit of something more on that. Look at me go. Look at me go. The Calypso Coral is darker. It's a darker color. So generally that's the one that you would be doing the accent piece on. I'm just going to go here. Let's just try the same thing. Hi, Frida. Hello, my friend. So let's just do the same. The paper can get wet. It's just going to take longer for everything to set and dry. So you're not going to want to tape this down. I would leave it overnight to get really, really dry. You can heat set it, but I'd leave it overnight. And I mean, you could even pick up a little bit of the color from over here. And you could just kind of, you'd force it. You could force the bleed. That sounds awful. But if you didn't want it quite so white over here, just water that down and just get in there with that bad boy and squiggle some. This makes me very uncomfortable. Oh my gosh. Again, if you think that's too much, you can take it off. And if you're like, oh, that's way too much, add some water and it'll just soak in and move around. And I don't know. So you guys might like this. Again, it makes me a little uncomfortable, but I like this one better than this one. Where's that other one? Oh, this one just looks so muddy. I don't know. To each his own. But that one, I mean, there we go. So you could do the same with the green. You could come in, and if you think, oh, well, I'd like a little bit of the green. Where's my green gone? Actually, I could just stamp here. Just pick up a little bit of the green from my stamp. And you could just kind of, because the paper's so wet, you could just add a little tinge of green. Kind of don't hate that either. So, okay, there's like attempt number 1. Okay, as she drops it. All right. So yeah, you could heat set that. Like, something's going on here that I don't like. What's going on here? Don't know what happened there. So I'm just going to fix it. There's a harsh line. I don't like harsh lines. So, like that. Okay. Wow. Now, I guess we could try what I said before is we could just mist, or we could dampen, moisten. No, we don't want the word moist. We could spritz the paper a little bit first. Okay, so there's just a little bit of water on there, and you can just kind of rub it in. Now, let's see what happens. Let's go in with berry burst. Let's just go crazy with the berry. All right, berry, here you come. Berry, where are you? Where's the big stamp? Here we are. Let's just go nuts on the berry. Maybe I won't even dab it off for you wild and crazy people. Okay, go. It's fuzzy. That too makes me a little uncomfortable. And we now have a fuzzy flower. Okay? Okay, I don't know what happened here. It doesn't matter. We can make that go away. Maybe. All right, we're going to go in with some more. Let's go this guy. Maybe not quite as bright. Go. We'll see. Now, okay, the paper's a little bit drier now, so let's just spritz him a bit. Okay. Oh, all right. Okay. Oh, see, there was no water there. All right, too much ink. Well, possibly. We'll see what happens here. we're just going to spray it all and see what ends up happening. I don't know. This is why I don't do it. Would you have another suggestion for another stamp set? Anything with line art would be fabulous. Generally plants, I would suggest. Like you don't want to have an animal that's all blurry, I wouldn't think. Okay, so let's just, we'll go in. Let's tilt it. See what happens. Who knows? This could be my favorite card ever. Doubtful, but it could happen. I mean, watercolor, people do it. People like it. People make money with it. But you really have to make sure that it's completely dry before, and I would use liquid glue to attach it to the base. So here, it's just going to run for the hills. That's kind of okay. Like, it's kind of getting there. What will happen if you put ink on the stamp and then spritz the stamp, and then you could certainly do that too. That could be one of our options too, Ida. You bet. Okay, so let's just... So I'm trying to, actually what I'm doing is I'm trying to, on this case, all of the ink is run off of this one. And so I'm kind of getting that, I'm trying to get that effect from kind of all of them. If I just spritz it enough, we're going to kind of be left with the original shadow, really. Okay, what are you doing here? Just get over there. Just get in there. I'll manipulate it a little bit here. So that's kind of neat. And then once it's dry, you can certainly go back over it. You could heat emboss some stuff on it. You could heat emboss the sentiment right on that. I don't hate that either. It's just not my go-to because I can't mass produce this and I can't mass produce it quickly. It's just not my go-to. But I really like how that one turned out. So here we are, playing with water and ink and paper and things. So I think that's kind of fun, and you could just stamp. Wonder, do we want some leaves in the same color? I don't think I want them in green. I think that'll look weird. But hey, let's just, I could blast this with my heat gun, but I don't feel like it. I mean, I've tried before, you guys. You've seen me. Like, I've tried to watercolor in the past. Maybe I'll let this dry and then I'll come back in. Where's my other? I'll come back in later and try to stamp on it. Like, I don't hate that. I mean, it's a far cry from this, though. Let me tell you that for free. I have no idea how I did this one. I'm going to try it again, though. I think I was just much more controlled. So this was kind of what I was similar, but it was still too dark. So I think I'll just stamped off more. I'm going to try this one again because I really quite like this one. So let's get, oh my goodness, how about some sort of a wipe? I really should have had my chamois ready here more than baby wipes, but anyway. Okay. Thanks, Ida. All right, so this, let's get off. Whoops, I just rubbed off the entire stamp. Okay. So I think I'll try to engineer this one a little bit more. So the flirty, well, what I had done, okay, I originally, let's see if I can do it exactly. I originally went in with my Calypso. And it was a little dark. It's just, okay, let's see if I can get the field of vision here. So I went up here and I did Calypso. And then I went in with my Flamingo. Now, and they had said in the recipe, stamp off. So I stamped it off and then I lined it up and I went like that. Okay. And then I did that on this one. I went in with Calypso. A little dark for my liking. Just stamp it off here. And then I went in with my outline, which I can't find. Over here, okay, in the Flamingo. And stamped off on paper. Let's see how I lined it up here. There we go, like that. I can't see, my eye is bugging out. There we go, like that. Okay. Then I went in with the Berry Burst. And pretty sure I went full strength on that. It's pretty, maybe not. Well, okay, we'll watch it bleed, man. Just let it bleed. Okay, and then we'll go with the green again. Green, okay. I don't love how this green, maybe I'll try a different green. They had used the old olive. Let's try Granny Apple. Sure, let's try Granny and see what that does. So I'm just stamping it really in all the same places, more or less, that I did before. Okay. Oh, yeah, okay, Ida, I will go back and do it the way that you had suggested it too. So this was like this. It'll go up high. Okay. And then I'll just wait for a minute. You can see what's going on here. It's bleeding. I think what I did at this point was I took, here we go. I think I dabbed off because I got scared. Okay, I'm not going to lie, I was scared. So I dabbed it off. It hadn't run too much. Okay, don't be scared. I was scared. Get some water here. And then I tried to do more of a controlled, okay, let's just kind of sog it up, but kind of one at a time. See how that works. And it really did soften this. Like, this is what I ended up with in the end. Let's go here. So we'll just, I think I just took off too much of the ink and now it doesn't want to bleed. So I guess that was my fatal flaw. But I don't hate this one either. This one's pretty. It's just not soft like that one. And that's why I thought I could not have a class like this. No, because nobody's going to look, I don't know. I just couldn't. So this is kind of fun. Let it bleed. Let it go. Step away. So it's kind of fun. Yeah, I like that. I like the pop of the berry burst. I really like it with that Granny Apple green. Okay, don't want much more to bleed over there. Like, is that bled enough? I don't know. Does it need a little bit more? Again, we can pick up a little bit of ink over here. Just kind of add, so you're adding a little bit of a pink hue over here, but in a controlled way. I can't help it. I'm a control freak, I guess. I want to control the organicness, which is stupid, but kind of like that one. I like with that green. That's really pretty. And then so you're just layering it on a 1/8 bit. Okay, that's pretty. I like that one. And that's much more intense than this one. But it's better than this. Oh, it's just so muddy. Blech. Don't like it. Don't like that one. The stamp set, Linda, this is going to be one of the online exclusives that's coming out May 6th. Impressions of Bloom is what I'm using. Taking a beginner's watercolor class during our birdie. Oh, yeah. I mean, I know the basics. I just don't like the basics. So there, I like that one. That's a win. This one, I think I'm liking. This one isn't awful. I think I can do a little bit. Well, let's see. It's a little muddy. It's okay. I think I like this one the best so far. All right, so let's do what Ida was saying. Let's stamp. Oh, okay. Maybe clean up your mess. This is not a clean, tidy technique, but this is where your glass mat really is going to be like your best friend. And I probably should have brought a new roll of paper towels, not one that's almost empty. Okay. It is not corded 8. Stop it. Okay. All right, so let's do what Ida says. We're going to bring in, do we like the Calypso? Don't dislike the Calypso. Okay, Calypso it is. And that one's going to be in the big guy. So let's go like this. So she's saying, ink up your stamp, spray the stamp Might have been too much. And then stamp it on your paper. So I'm going to flip this over because I don't want it to drip onto my watercolor paper. But now let's stamp it. Oh, that's fun. See, now it looks like blood splatters though, and that's kind of fun too. Let's just do some blood splatters. Okay, that's the Calypso. That's pretty intense. Don't hate it, but that's a whole different look there. Let's do it in this one. Spritz it. Don't forget the thumbs up. Don't forget the thumbs up. Don't forget the thumbs up. I don't understand, Frida. Thumbs up. What you talking about, girl? Oh, that's neat. Okay, that's a whole lot of fun. Now, let's go in with the... I might have liked that better in the burst, but let's do burst now. Thanks for the inspiration. Need a couple of beautiful cards and miss this technique. Oh, hi, Teresa. Hello, my friend. Hey, Teresa, I do have a catalog for you. I just haven't been in your neck of the woods, and my life has kind of pooped the bed lately. So I will get there at some point with your catalog. It's just not... Okay, sure, let's do it again. This is like organic. Huh. Yeah, this is gonna... Oh, okay, it's sliding right off my block because it's so wet. Whatever, let it happen. Okay, that one I didn't spray. That's kind of fun. Okay, what's going on now? Let's do... Let's do it in the... What if you stamp off once before spritzing the water? Well, Trina, let's see. Okay, because I got water everywhere. Let's do this. Stamp off. And then spritz it. It's going to lose the detail. Like, oh, I kind of like that. Okay, I'm going to wipe this off, though. That's kind of cool. Okay, let's do it again. Stamp it off, says Trina. And then spritz it. See, sometimes I listen to you guys. Not very often, but... Oh, because yeah, you're losing all of the detail, right? This is just a big old splotch. It looks like that straw painting we did with the kids when they were in elementary, where you put a blob of ink down and you blow it with a straw. Does anybody know what I'm talking about? That's okay. That was way too much water. Let's try that again. I just took all the ink off it. Now heat set. Okay, well I want to do some more green though. More green. Whoop. This, I don't know. So Alicia and I were painting. You saw my pictures on Sunday. We were painting. So I'm kind of getting crafty. I kind of like that. How can I like that? That's organic. I don't like organic. Okay. But I kind of do. Ooh. Now, you know what I want to do? I want to splatter some paint. What color am I going to splatter? I'm going to splatter pink. Okay, watch what I'm going to do here. I'm going to add some Flirty Flamingo to my mats. Because I wouldn't remember which... I know. Well, this is it, MJ, but I think you can't. You just have to, apparently, just kind of go with it. And okay, so I'm going to add a bit of water to this. And I'm going to... Ouch. That hurt. Splatter. More paint. Or more, whatever this is. Ink. There. Or pew. Pew. Sound effects help. Pew. Okay. And then she says heat set. I got a heat gun. Here it is. Okay. It cannot be 750. I'm just kind of getting into this. I didn't even finish a card. Okay. That one makes me mad because he's stupid. We have to fix him because he's one of these flowers is not like the others. He has to like blur. Where I need some more. Hang on. Okay, I'm gonna squeeze my pad. Squeeze it. I gotta pick up the ink that's in the lid, and I'm gonna make it more blobby because he doesn't fit in with his friends. Okay, and then we're gonna add a whole bunch of water. Sorry, even this little guy over here. Because these guys don't have any definition, and he does. So I'm just going to fix that. Looks like a weirdo. Here we go. Make it look more splotch-like. Looks like, yeah, a psychiatrist ink blob. Okay, that's better. Feel a little bit happier with that. Okay. I like this one best. This one. So very, very different looks. See how this one came out. So I could feel it's still kind of soggy. Like I'd have to really, I'd let this dry overnight before I tried to tape it down. This one pleases me. It seriously reminds me of the psychiatrist ink spot. Stamp the centers and see how it looks. Yes, Darby. I'm thinking I'd like to go back in on this one and do some leaves maybe in the, I still have 7 minutes. I'm going to do maybe some leaves in the Berry Burst, like full strength, and see how that looks. This is where I'm like, oh, but I like it. And then what if I screw it up? But I think I just have to go in with no fear. And you could go over it. Like I could go over some of these flowers and see, that's what I mean by if you're not careful. Okay, let's go back into there and do that one again. There. Love photopolymer for that. Okay. So I could go back in with this big one now that it's somewhat dry. And let me see. I know I should just leave it, but I'm not going to. There we go, like that, and go boom. Ooh, it's kind of like double vision. Where'd that other guy go? Here, this one, and then where's that other? This, oh, no, where's this one? That's kind of neat. Huh. Because why not? Like I say, no two cards are going to be the same, which, you know, isn't always ideal. Let's heat that up a bit. So I'll go back and read your comments after. And yes, you certainly could stamp in the centers of them. There are the center stamps are there. They really are. I mean, it's just depends on how much you want to take a chance. I need, okay, like this is really a wet table here. So what have we got so far here? We've got all of these. Which one do you like this one? He makes me happy. You could just stamp a sentiment over top of it. So what I had done is I didn't want to hide a whole lot of the card, so I just stamped the I appreciate you and fussy cut it and just mat that. So let's just see if I can finish one whole card off. We could do it on a, wouldn't this pop if I did it on with a white background. So this was 4 1/4 by 2 1/2. So if I go 2 3/4 by 4 1/2, so if we can finish one card off anyway. Now this I would glue. Well, I'm going to use liquid glue. It's just, I'd be more comfortable if I was waiting for it to be dry completely. But you want it to, you want to use the liquid glue because it will curl and lift. Because you've been dealing with wet paper. Like that. That can pop up. Oh, gosh, that pops, hey? I appreciate you, or it could just be a thanks. But the thanks isn't very big, so I'll do the I appreciate you. What time is it? 7:57. Holy cow, is anybody still with me? Got 49 of you still with me. Thank you for sticking around. Okay, so this, let's do this. Got a scrap here. Lately I've been using Berry Burst like crazy. I guess because it's in some of the designer paper from the new designer papers that are coming out. Can't see the glare on this mat. I appreciate you. Or you could even just stamp it down here. I'm going to do it like this. Scissors, scissors, scissors. I need to expand. Linda, it's not in my comfort zone. I'm not gonna lie. I like to know what's gonna happen, and water is not very predictable. And I'm messy, given that I spilt my water bottle before we even started. And of course, you could use any sentiment from any of your sets. Hey, so before any of you run away, because it's 7:59, please come back on Wednesday for my BOGO. Okay, I've got one day to advertise this, but my BOGO is on Wednesday. So you're going to pick new stuff from the catalog, like the retiring. You can get the deals. You can get the retiring stuff that's on sale. You can get the last chance list stuff. You can get paper. I'm telling everybody, just stock up on paper. Stock up on paper. Oh, that just pops. Part of me wants to splotch the background with something, but let's just go like that. What do you think? And then a bow and some gems, and I think that's really pretty. What about the bubble bath cardstock or mat? I certainly could, but it's 7:59, so I'm not going to. This is already starting to curl because it's just a little bit damp. I'll pop that up on dimensionals. You know I'm going to have a white bow somewhere, and I'm going to have some white gems, and I'm just going to leave that and I'm going to let the paper do all the work. So this is the one that I wanted to throw away that you guys said don't. All right. This is the one that I did tonight with you guys. That looks pretty good. Where's my other ones? I had more. Here we go. This one's okay. Don't love it. You're in the US. Oh, that's right, Donna. Yeah, only Canadians can shop my store. That one's pretty though, you guys. I'm loving the Berry Burst. This, I think I like this one though. Pops like crazy. Okay, so I don't have a finished card for you. It's 8 o'clock, and I'm just gonna like bow out and quit while I'm ahead. But that's the watercoloring. So that's how I made this card. of sorts, but I couldn't duplicate it. Obviously, I tried. Fail. But so for this one, I put a layer. This is our painted 3D texture, I think, or no, this is maybe the plaster. I don't know. It's one of our plaster painted 3D backgrounds, just to keep it simple. And these are new Strawberry Slush and Pretty in Pink jewels that are coming out as well in the new online exclusives. So that's one, Strawberry Slush and Pretty in Pink gems. So that's what I used on that. I really like this one. There you go. Absolutely looks nothing like this, but there we have it. So, well, thank you, Gail. Thank you. Yes, so free shipping. So if you're a demonstrator and you're like, no, I got to hit my quota and I need to earn that tote, place your own order and get that tote, girls. So that's Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Free shipping in Canada. The order has to be $100 or more. But if you come and shop through me on Wednesday, you're going to try out the new ordering system because you need to order through my store. I can't be doing it for you. So you're going to place the order and then I'm going to send you my retired stuff. And there's not a ton. Like it shouldn't be as long as usual. It should be like an hour and 15 maybe, because I only have one box. Like seriously, you guys cleaned me out last time. So anyway, the Oilers just started, so I got to get out of here because everybody's going to leave me anyway. But excellent. Thank you for popping in, you guys. I'm sure there's something I'm forgetting, but sign up for my class. I've worked out all the costing, so I'll put up a link for that because I'm off on vacation like in 2.5 weeks. So I need to get all my ducks in a row like real fast. So anyway, thank you for hanging out with me. I hope you learned something. I hope you try it out. I'm going to finish these off and then I'll post them. And if you do try watercoloring, share. Let's see what you came up with. I'd love that. So have a good night, you guys. Have a great week. And I will see you Friday for coffee break at 10 a.m. Mountain Time. We'll catch up. Okay. And I'll see you Wednesday. All right. Bye.